Just put your hands up. Who thinks I'm a revert to Islam? You know what? You won't get in trouble. Put your hands up. Okay? Everyone thinks I'm a revert. I'm actually from Pakistan, just like most of you here. Okay? My name's ishaq. Khan gives it away. Okay? My parents are from Peshawar. Right? But I was born and brought up in the UK. So I'm going to just share a quick story with you guys, inshallah. And I promise you, for majority of you, it's going to change your life at the end of this presentation, inshallah. Okay? So I basically traveled 40 hours from London to a country called Papua New Guinea. Who's heard of Papua New Guinea? Okay, so we went here and we were giving dawah, and this was one of the scariest dawah missions of my life, okay? And it wasn't scary because of, guys, come on, okay. It wasn't scary because the people looked like that, right? It was scary because of what happened, okay? So basically, we normally tell people about Allah, His Messenger, and hundreds and thousands of people accept Islam. Every month with IRA, the organization I work in, 10,000 people accept Islam. Takbir.
Allahu Akbar.
And as soon as we finished the dawah, and I said, okay, who's going to accept Islam now? And I'm ready for 100, 200. I tell the cameraman, put the camera on, they're going to take Shahada now. I'm like, who's going to take Shahada? Pin, drop, silence. Instead of that, okay, they start shouting at us, screaming at us, asking us questions. What did you say about the Bible? Do you guys believe in Jesus? And we were just gobsmacked, because I've never experienced this. We have 100, 200 shahadas, and instead, they're all shouting at us, right? And what made it scarier was that these were farmers, right? This is actually from the video. They had their axes and everything in their hands, and we're in the highlands in Papua New Guinea. And I'm like, you know what? I think it's time I take my shahada, right? For the last time. And you can tell that I'm really scared, right? So we said, you know what? Let's show them the salah. Once we show them the salah, we can get out of it. So we started praying in front of them. They started seeing the salah. And then I said, you know what? Let's get out of here now. So we go to our van. As soon as we get to our van, they all surround us. Okay? And I'm like, it's time for me to take my final shahada. Ashhadu. I'm joking. They surrounded it, okay? And subhanAllah, they said that those were our pastors and priests who were shouting at you. We actually like the message. Can we accept Islam? And subhanAllah, over 20 people took Shahada that day. Takbir!
Allahu Akbar.
So when you keep pushing for the sake of Allah, Allah will open these doors. So this is just one of the stories from the journeys and the work that I do. Another quick one I want to share with you. It was in Mexico. We traveled 4 hours in Mexico to a village. And we met a man there, okay? And he had basically, someone messaged him on Facebook, okay? And they said to them, do you want to read about the Prophet Muhammad Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam, right? And he said, sure. So he sent him a PDF of the seerah. So this man started reading it in this remote village. And he said, every night, me, my wife, and my family, we sit on the dinner table and we discuss the life of the Prophet Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam. And he said, you know what the next step is after this biography? It's the Quran. So we basically went all the way to his village and we gifted him a Quran. And about 6 months ago, Brother Rafael in this video, he called me and he said the brother took Shahada. Takbir! Okay, now let's get on to the real story, inshallah, okay? So in 2007, okay, when I was just about to give my maths AS level, I woke up at 3 o'clock at night with someone crying. I woke out of my room and I realized it's my mum crying. Then I hear a second person crying, okay? I walk into the room and I realize my mum and my dad are both crying at 3 in the morning. And when something like that happens, something back home in Pakistan or these countries has happened, right? And my grandma had passed away. And she taught me, like many of you, on how to read the Quran. So I started reading Quran after Quran after Quran because I know all the reward is going to her, okay? But as life went on, my relationship with the Qur'ans kept getting further and further away. Uni, getting married, working, children, and I'm sure you guys have experienced something similar. So I tried lots of different methods to read the Quran. When I got the first iPad, when it came out, I said, Allah, every day I will read 1 page of Quran on this iPad. And I did that for an entire year, and then I stopped. Then I got 3 translations of the Quran. I had one in my bag, one at work, one at home. Right? So I never have an excuse not to have access to the Quran, okay? Until I realized that the Quran was on my phone. So I tried out loads of different Quran apps, and none of them were for me. Some are great, right? But a lot of the Quran apps, they're all the same. You go in there, you have the Musaf, you have the audio button, and that's it. So I went, alhamdulillah, during COVID, and I made my own Quran app. Lost all of my money, started borrowing money from my family, my friends, made an app, it collapsed, we made a new one, alhamdulillah, and finally when we released it, it beat Amazon Audible on the App Store. Takbir!
Allahu Akbar.
And the reason that it beat Amazon Audible, and even today it's so high, is because of what this Quran app has. As you can see, every single day of the week, can we go back please? As you can see, every single day of the week, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, you'll see the lines. When you read Quran, it goes green. When you miss Quran, it goes red. So you never want to miss a day of the Quran. Every day that you read, you have a streak. Some people, 200 days, they've never missed Quran. Because if you read for 200 days, and then you miss a day, it's going to go down to 0. We have reading levels, so as soon as you open the Quran, right, and you start reading, it gives you at least 2 minutes. And it says, break the egg. At least read 2 minutes of Quran for the sake of Allah, right? And all of these things, they help people read more Quran. Okay? And then we have the juz counter in the app, so you can see, like, it sometimes will say 10 ayat left till the next juz. So you read, and then it says 9 ayats left. And then you read again, and it says 8. So it forces you to read more juz of the Quran. Every time you press next, there's a vibration, which is a dopamine trigger. Everything we have in this app, it helps you read more Quran. Okay? We have something called the Hasanat counter, right? Who knows how much Hasanat you get for Alif? 10. Okay, excellent. The Prophet ﷺ said that Alif, Lam, Mim, for each letter you get 10. I'm not saying Alif, Lam, Mim is 10, but Alif is 10, Lam is 10, Mim is 10. So we calculate every single letter that you read, and we add it on the Hasanat. So when you read it, it will add it onto your Hasanat counter. So you see, inshallah gives you much more, but you see the reward that Allah is promising you. It shows you how much time you've spent reading the Quran, how many ayat you've read, how many pages of Quran that you've read. Okay? And then the best feature is the friends and family. You can add all your friends and family on the app.